Well, guys, we are finally here. We are finally reviewing Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Finally, your boy finally played it, finally beat the campaign. I want to go ahead and review this. I didn't really play, I'm going to say this now. I didn't bother with multiplayer. I didn't bother with Warzone or with zombies. I don't care about all that. I really don't. It's the same thing over and over again, just different graphics, different weapons. Same thing. Same thing. Um, the story itself, I think I got to replay Cold War. I don't remember a lot from Cold War, so I'm having to re-download that now. That's obviously when I'm doing this video. But finally was able to play it. The story is where you got different characters from Harrow, Marshall, Woods, and the new character Case that they are being accused of going against the country. And I would say that I think this it takes place in the 90s, and you got to free Adler because he knows about this other um, organization called Pantheon that has been trying to start or take over the country in this one area. And we go through the story, we find out more about Case, how he was a high spec ops agent, and how he went through some type of treatment with what's called the cradle that can be that I'm assuming was used for zombies. I'm assuming because again all this was confusing. And again, spoilers. We find out that the one Harrow was in this. She was involved, and it seemed like she had a split personality, maybe, or she had a lot more than just PTSD going on. That her parents were murdered. They were in the CIA, and she thinks Adler did it, or she was not confirmed that Adler did it. And the way the story ends is where everyone survives except Hera, and then the main one, Livingston, basically gives Woods, Marshall, and Adler, and I'm assuming yourself, and this other character we meet, Sev, who is a assassin, pretty much, hey, you're off the books. You're your definition of a Black Ops team. You don't exist, and you're gonna be pretty much doing the same thing you're doing now. Pretty much a quick recap, guys. I mean, not a whole lot to really go into. It was a fun game. It There was times where I really enjoyed where you could upgrade your base of operations. You got to interact with the characters. You got to, like you've been doing in the previous games, how you got to create relationships with these characters, how you got to know these characters. You really got to choose your options of how you would do an op, which I enjoyed as well. Being able to make your weapons a certain way, from your armor to your gadgets to whatever. I really enjoyed that. I enjoyed that more because it really made you feel like that you were more in control of this character than you were in previous games. Sort of like how you would do in Warzone. So I would say this. I think Warzone has helped tremendously with Call of Duty as a whole because I think it has really reach the creators and the high ups to really go, hey, look, people love Warzone. They like being in control. They like creating their own characters. They like using certain weapons. They like having their character feel like their own of what they would do in this situation. And I think that's the reason why that I think Warzone's been so popular, and it still is popular. But at the same time, I do know that there's been a lot of issues as well. I was not, I would say, hyped for this game. This was more of a back burner game in my opinion because again Call of Duty's just been one thing after another, same thing, same type of deal, just the same thing. I mean, it's a fun franchise, it's a great franchise, it does have its flaws like anything else, but again, the story pretty much was a one and done for me. I mean, I may play it again. It's still fun. It's still a great story. It has everything a normal Call of Duty game would have. But again, I was really shocked that we even got a Black Ops 6. I was even shocked we even got some of these other games that came out for Call of Duty. But pretty sure there's other reviews out there that probably went more detail on the story or did more. Again, guys, I used to love Call of Duty when I was growing up. I'm not big in Call of Duty like I was. I mean, I was so big into it. I still love it, but not as much as I used to. I just felt like that Call of Duty has pretty much just been like the new normal what you consider people to be a gamer, and that's not what a gamer is in my opinion. A gamer, like I've said before, expands their mind into other games and goes into other games and enjoys other games. And again, I think that's what a gamer is. And if you play Call of Duty, oh, you're a gamer, and it's like, no, you're not. I'm sorry. I will be a Call of Duty fan for as long as I live, and if we get another Call of Duty, great. If not, then it is what it is. But as popular as Call of Duty is, I really don't see it going anywhere. I see it honestly going further with the the Black Ops franchise, because Black Ops is probably one of the, aside from the World War games and Ghosts, I would say those are probably the main games that get a lot of attention. Aside from Modern Warfare, Ghosts, the World War games, and also Black Ops is probably the main ones in their arsenal that they know they make money off of and fans love, and I'm one of those fans. So, but what do you guys think about Black Ops 6? Is it a great game? Is it an okay game? Is it something decent? Is it something you just shelved after you played it? You played it a few times, you're like, hey, I'm done. I'm going to go back to another game or another Call of Duty game. What is your thoughts on it? Let me know about it down in the comments, and I'll see you as always on the next one.